Well, I haven't made any interesting content lately. Um, so, um, I just went and got a few random things that I don't really talk about a lot. And I usually go like right for like the coolest stuff, like the sloth teeth or the mammoth effigies and stuff. Um, Sometimes I just like to look at things that I haven't um, looked at for a while. So um, this one I've had. What I think about this one, I mean, I just took like little ink and just like traced that tail, maybe gave it an eye or something, but it looks like a cat like tearing apart its something that it uh, something that it took down. Like it looks like it's tearing the flesh of something. But if I look closer at it, I mean, it's like there's the edge of a bone in there. So this looks like kind of like bone marrow in there. You get that um, those porous areas that you have with bone. So I remember finding this. I think this is something that came out from one of the trees that had fallen over in our yard. You can see the edge of that bone, so it's some kind of cracked bone. It's kind of hard to see. I didn't want to like slap a lot of paint on it, but you can kind of make other things out of it. Like if these are eyes up here, it looks like there's an animal going to the left. I know when it was like this, you could kind of see like, okay, ear, eye, something's going on there. It's almost like this is the hindquarters of a canine. That's the back. You know, the rear tail. But I mean, that's the most comprehensive thing there. So I'll just look at that. This crystal. When I was collecting crystals from Washington area, that's Washington, Connecticut. I noticed it's a bear looking up. If you look at the end here, it's like there's an effigy. Like he's not very pretty, but he's like got an eye there, like the eye and the nose and the mouth. But I have not looked at everything, or I don't think I've figured everything that was on this, but I was just happy, when I found the bear. But I didn't really fully look to see if there was anything else on it. That looked like an effigy right there by my thumb, looking up. So I never really realized that one before. It's like he looks like a very proud native person. Like he's got feathers in his hair. This stuff gives me chills because it's like I get kind of like messages and stuff when I see like these faces. Like they mean something. They're the effigies of important people. And the thing that the message I am given is that these are not men of wealth. They're people who cared deeply about their families and their culture and their beliefs, and they were not in it they're not in it for the greed. They were in it to protect their families and lead their people. It wasn't. And now it's like the leadership we have now, it's very narcissistic, it's very greedy. I don't know why I'm going on this tangent, but you can almost see these faces. They would like to remember the proud leaders that they had, and what have we done? Like our leadership right now they've gotten rid of, like, our military, or you know where I'm going with this. So when I picked this up, it's like I had to trace these lines to find this bison head right there. There seems to be a face on the right side, but I'm kind of curious, like, is this like one of the extinct bison? Yeah, it's like, just imagine, it's like, I picked these up, and I'm like, I need to pick this up for some reason. I can't see this image right away, but I know that it's important. So on the other side, I kind of traced it, and you see a face on the left side there, but turn this way. Yep. I think I see the bison first, but then I see the face later. So there's its head. It's like he's laying down. Head, first leg, second leg. There's the tail. And then there's a face along here. What if I turn it this way? I wonder if there's something on this side. Hard to say. Okay. But I think these are petrified animal hide, like, what's left over of, like, things that weren't important. This I found at the beach. It's iron. If I look at it, there's a face on this side. And I used to be under the impression that native people didn't smelt iron, or didn't, work with metals or anything. But I mean, this could have been later on. Nobody knows. Well, I mean, like, they're saying, I think it's plausible. Okay, so this piece, look, was curious, but I noticed I turned it like this. I got like an ear here, there's an eye there, and it's like mouth is open, whatever the heck it is. I don't know, maybe a sloth. I noticed, like, if you turn it, like, you can kind of see other things maybe, but what I was kind of in denial about, got something that appears to be a rhino head. It's not beautiful. Again, we are not, these are not the Renaissance artists. These are just people who are doing their own thing. Nobody's commissioned them to do anything, but they are, it's a culture, and they are ancient. Okay, so I always notice, like, the same shape, and see if you could find the same something similar, like when you get this little point here, it's like an ear, and then a nose up here, and possibly an eye. And I did some tracing. I don't know what I was thinking because it was a long time ago, but this might not have always been a rock. It seems like it's been smoothed off. It may have been something soft formed. So let's say, okay, that's some kind of animal head with an ear over here. And, you know, maybe people just like playing around and they just get used to so making shapes. So we've got like another animal head in there. It's almost like, you know, like taking a piece of Play-Doh and then forming, like making something. Oh, look, there's something sitting up. So head here, forelimb is like sitting on its haunches. It's an animal that way. It was just like every rock in my yard was like that. But then if you know, expand and go out, so this looks kind of like feldspar. So look again, there it is, the ear, the eye, the nose, cat head. Oh, look down here, big tooth. I did, you know, it's like I just pulled this up. That's saber tooth. That's cool. This one's got a bit of a tooth right there too. Now see, I had this one bucket that I just kind of like had a bunch of rocks in, so I'm just like pulling them out, and sometimes you just have that feeling, okay, let's turn that. Ooh, that looks kind of ghastly. You see ear here, nose. It's pretty. Okay. I have a couple videos about this one. Like I said, I was about to toss it out, and I started playing Connect the Dots. And I was like, oh, there is a mammoth. And there's one in the distance. And when I was like zooming in on all of this, and you can see the thread, it's white, kind of like white in there. This little animal here is like a raccoon. That's like a raccoon tail above my finger. But you can see like a needle hole there, and then you have a piece of thread, and then the needle hole, and then the piece of thread going through it. I'm gonna find a better example of that. But you can see the holes. It's like they are punched in, and whatever this was hardened. And see there, hole, thread, hole. There again. So somebody is doing embroidering mammoth on whatever this was. Very cool, huh? Hey, what if you like had like a piece of embroidered thing from the Ice Age? I have one. There it is. Isn't that cool? I remember giving this to my granddaughter, slapped some black paint on the back. But I was just looking at this and I go, that looks like a mammoth there. Can you see it? The trunk there, legs. And it's almost like there's a tail like flipping forward right there. I don't think that's a beautiful example of a mammoth. Maybe I'll put some ink on it and see what I get out of it, but it looks like a mammoth. I suppose if I turned it, it might be something else. Perhaps. Okay. Well, that was random. But, God, I thought I need to make some content. So, alright. Hope you guys are having a great spring. Take care.